The morning sun barely breaks through the heavy clouds as a desperate widow clutches her two sons close. Her eyes are red from crying. Her husband, a faithful servant of God, is gone. And now, the relentless knock of a creditor echoes in her ears. They want payment, and if she can't give it, they'll take her sons as slaves. With trembling steps and a heart full of hope, she seeks out Elisha, the prophet of God. She falls before him and pours out her story, her pain, her fear. Your servant, my husband, is dead, and the creditor is coming to take my two boys. Elisha listens, his face calm but serious. He asks her gently, "What do you have in your house?" She shakes her head. "Nothing, except a small jar of olive oil." Elisha nods. "God can work with that." "Go," he says. "Borrow jars, empty ones, from all your neighbors. Don't ask for just a few. Then go inside, shut the door behind you and your sons, and pour the oil into all the jars. Set each one aside as it's filled." The widow hurries. Her sons knock on every door in the village, breathless and wide-eyed, carrying back clay jars, big and small, whatever people will lend. Inside her small home, the door closes. Silence. Her hand trembles as she picks up her little jar of oil, its contents barely covering the bottom. She tips it over the first empty jar. Oil flows. Her son slides another jar under her hand. Still, the oil flows. Then another, and another, and another. Her sons move quickly, switching jars as they fill. The floor is covered in containers. The oil keeps coming, steady and rich. "Bring me another jar," she calls. Her son scans the room. There's none left. In that moment, the oil stops. Breathless, awestruck, she looks at what's around her. A house full of provision. She runs to Elisha with the news. He smiles and tells her, "Go, sell the oil and pay your debts. You and your sons can live on what's left." This story isn't just about a jar of oil. It's about obedience, faith, and the power of a willing heart. The widow had almost nothing, just a jar of oil. But she brought it in faith. She followed the prophet's strange instructions without knowing the outcome. She obeyed, even when it didn't make sense, and God did the rest. So often, we look at our own lives and say, "I have nothing." But God says, "What's in your house? What's in your hand? What's in your heart?" If you use what little you have and trust Him with obedience, He can multiply it beyond anything you could imagine. Miracles often begin with obedience and the faith to pour even when the jar seems empty.